Hello, good morning. Whew, couldn't figure out what I was doing for a second. Good morning, gentlemen. I'm Jeannie, Zhenya. Um, sorry. And good morning and welcome to UkraineDating.tv, the first and only by donation video platform designed for Western men to meet Slavic women and win the hearts of Ukrainian women. So today's topic is is she a gold digger if she wants a good life? All right, well, let me play the video and then we can go from there.
All women want a good life, all of them, every single one.
Yep.
But there's some women that can be bought and some women who can't be bought. Here's how you kind of navigate that. The gold digger woman is the woman that actually brings nothing to the table and is looking for a man to save her entire life. That might
Right.
include even paying her parents' bills. That might include covering her every single part. A woman who's a good woman and is looking for somebody on the same intellectual and financial level as her. Now, if in her life she's got a good education, good career, comes from a good family, she is incompatible with somebody who's not on the same level. The gold digger is somebody who wants you to save her from the misery of her own life or the burdens of her own life. She doesn't bring anything outside of physical relationships.
Yeah.
She doesn't bring anything outside of her physicality. The problem is the men go for the girl that's just being physical with them,
Yep.
get screwed over 1,000 times.
Yep.
You just got to be more intelligent with.
All right, well, okay, so I agree with her. I agree with her. And then just to think about it, what woman doesn't want a man who is a provider? I'm not, and Ukrainian women really don't want much. Honestly, we just want the stability. I keep saying it in all my videos. We need a stable man, mentally stable. Okay, because in Ukraine, so many men are not that stable and that don't drink anyway. But my point is that Ukrainian women we learn to live within our needs. I know that from my own life. I grew up. We grew up poor, so I don't have these high expectations of my man providing all these things for me that like the women in the West unfortunately want. And I mean, for me, I always said, and I know all the Ukrainian women that I know, they think alike. Just they think the same as me. Yes, of course, if the husband is making extra money, yeah, who's not gonna want the guy who makes a lot of money? That's just nature, okay. The woman, of course, if she wants to settle down, if she wants to have a family, if she doesn't want to worry about where is the next paycheck coming from, are we gonna be able to afford to buy food today, are we gonna afford to buy diapers and stuff like that, but that's just common sense. It's not just Western women or Eastern women. That should be common sense, period. That's the thing about the West. People start having babies without planning for it, without, oh well, I'm pregnant, oh that's okay, God help us please. Okay, so that's they don't have the plan for the future. They're just having babies, and then the babies grow up without the father, or in an abusive household and stuff like that, because the parents were not ready for the child and stuff. So you have to take all those things in accountability. Like if you decide to, like, if you decide to settle down and have a family, you have to discuss it. You have to make sure that you have money set aside for the rainy day, not just the college fund. Don't even think that far ahead. Okay, some people just go, just thinking too far ahead, and then you have to live. Okay, so the way I live my life, I live day by day. I plan for the future, yes, but you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. What if, I don't know, the meteor comes and just smashes into my house and I'm dead? So what, I'm going to deprive myself of having a good life today? No, that's not the case. But then again, I don't go overboard with going shopping, buying crazy and useless things, because those things I don't need. So I want, like I said, me personally, and I know how the most Ukrainian women think the same way. As long as the bills are paid, we have a roof over our head, we have food, we have water. Those are just the basic needs. Then we are already happy. Okay, and I keep saying that, and it's not just goes to women, it goes to men as well. You can never make a person happy unless they're already happy. Okay, happiness is it comes from within. Okay, and happiness is a choice. Okay, but I know in the West a lot of people are unhappy, and the main reason why is because there's an abundance of everything in this in the West. Everything, food. I've never seen that much food in my entire life. I go to this group session. It's therapy and stuff. And we talked about food the other day. It's like I was saying, and people agree with me here because when I first came here and I saw all the food that is here, I went nuts. I gained 40 freaking pounds, and then I was like, "Holy crap! Like, what's going on?" Like, I was eating because we don't have we've never had that much food in our entire life. Like cheese, blocks of cheese. I've never seen a block of cheese in my life until I came here. And then I go to Costco, and they're like this big. Like you can literally, they're like bricks. You can build a house. Like, who the hell eats that much? That's my point. But so hold on, let me check to do. Hello everyone. Hello Steven. Hello Santos. Hello Bill on my regulars. Hi. Anyway, so okay, so back to the topic. Okay, gold digger. Gold digger is the kind of person, the kind of woman that is will never be happy because all she cares about next new thing is a brand new purse that's like Birkins. I actually heard about this Birkin purse, um, and people go saying, "Oh, it's so expensive, so expensive." So my curiosity got the best of me, so I looked it up, and I'm looking at at the prices, like the used one that's like 5 or 6 years, something like this, some crazy stuff like this. Anyway, so the used purse, like 5 or 6, 7 years, it was in a very good condition, but it was $25,000. I was like, what in the hell, man? Are you serious now? Like, seriously? And then I saw bread, like when it's brand new, it's like it costs like a freaking Mercedes Benz or a BMW, like over $100,000. Who the hell buys these things? Like, I mean, honestly, I buy lottery tickets just for fun. The way I look at it, if I'm lucky, all I need is the one ticket, right? So from time to time, I'll buy a ticket. Um, so I'm thinking, even if I won, let's say, like, what's the jackpot right now? It's $55 million. I would still never buy that purse. I no. First of all, they're ugly. Okay. First of all, they're freaking ugly. The mentality of Western women. No, not all. Okay, again, not all. To stop, trying to troll me, because I do not. I don't care if you troll me. Anyway, but the fact is that just the mentality, like, oh, if my man loves me, he will buy it for me. Like, why would a man? Why wouldn't you rather have a brand new car, or I don't know, like, have go on a vacation, put a down payment for a house. Yeah, if you already have a house, buy another one. Use it as a rental property, Airbnb. Make some more money as a couple. I don't understand. I just really don't understand this Western, like, mentality here. it they're always chasing next new thing. It's like, oh, so I know, because I used to have friends that she's from Russia. She's very good looking. What she used to be anyway. She was a net girl here back in 2000s and stuff. And like, she had this boyfriend that would give her like so much money. He would give her like 10, $15,000 a week, and it was in 2000, and I don't know, like, 3 and 4. Like, imagine that amount of money. And she would just blow it on shopping and just drinking, partying, and stuff like this. And then, and it was still not enough for her. Like 10,000, like, so it's like 40,000 she would get, because the guy was filthy rich. So 40,000, that was the minimum she would get a month. That's just her spending money. On top of everything, he would take her shopping. He would buy her everything she wants, but give her 10,000 just to go party, right? So I mean, Me personally, if somebody was giving that money, I would put it away. I would just put it away. Like, I mean, that's just insane. So my point is like, I keep saying it's not just to men, it's to women too. Like the right partner could either make you or break you. The right partner can make you, and the wrong partner could break you. And I've said that before. And that guy that she was dating, like, I don't even know what happened to him. He's probably dead by now. I don't know. Like, he lost it all. He had a mansion on the lake, gone. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, gone. Last time I heard, he was homeless. So I'm just saying, like you can, and man, you have to be also realistic, okay? If you are in your 60s, 50s, 60s, and you're chasing a 20-year-old, 22-year-old, or 18-year-old, like what is going through your mind? Like what really goes through your mind thinking what, oh, she loves me? No, no, it's just stop being so. I don't want to say naive because naive. I consider little kids naive because they don't know better. But when you're in your 50s and 60s and you're chasing someone who is like 30, 40 years younger than you, like what do you expect? Do you really think that the woman can love you for you? Like seriously, like let's say you if you have all the money, of course they're gonna love you because young girls they look at you like, oh, old sugar daddy, like giving me money, and she's probably sleeping with some young dude, like it's no brainer. Okay, it's no brainer. I mean, yes, of course it happens that a woman can be a lot younger, but let's say he's 60, she's 40. That's I understand. And then Ukrainian women actually prefer older men. um So I mean, my man is older than me, not by much, but still. But and then I've always dated older men as well. I just don't find anything in common with guys my age or even 5 years older than me. I has to be at least more than five for me personally. I just don't like guys my age. Younger, no, no. Mm-mm. And again, like also be realistic with yourself. Okay, don't consider your money as okay, money is an asset, okay? But if you are trying to find yourself a partner in for life, a partner that you trust, that she's loyal, she loves you for you, don't be like, just be realistic, okay? If you're a 3, don't even bother with the 10 or a 9. I mean, you can shoot your shot, yes, but I'm telling you right now, she might keep you as a friend. But if you really think about it, men and women should not be friends, okay? I think, like, to me, my best friend is my man, okay? I do have male friends. Yes, I've had them before. I met my man. We do chit chat from time to time, say, hey, how's it going? It's like a long time no talk. What's going on? This, that, but that's it. I don't hang out with them, okay? I don't hang out with my male friends anymore. No, that's a no-no. Okay, and if my man wants to meet them anytime, that's fine. Everybody knows about everybody. That's fine. Okay, I that's the way I live my life. So I just don't see, men and women being really good friends unless they've known each other for a very long time. That's understandable. They've been through some stuff, yes, but yeah, for the most part, men and women shouldn't be besties anyway. Like I said, in certain circumstances, yes. If it's a childhood friend, whatever, like, or you've known the person for a long time, or whatever, family friend. Anyway, so my point is, again, going back to the topic here, you have to invest in a good woman. And like, if you roll in on the woman and showing her how much money you have. First of all, if you do this to Ukrainian woman, automatic thought is that he wants to buy me. Okay, he obviously has nothing else to offer. The only thing he's used to is giving money, buying presents to women, no, for women, to impress them. But these things don't work on Ukrainian women. Okay, Ukrainian women, as well, the ones that we have in our agency, they all want to get married. They want to have a family. They want to have kids. They want to start a life with someone and be in that union. Okay. Of course, again, I'm gonna say it again and again. Money is an asset, of course, and of course, it's not. Like, of course, a woman doesn't want to get married to someone who is lost, who doesn't have any goals in life, who is just constantly living from paycheck to paycheck. No woman will want to marry you and start a family if you don't have your shit together. Period. Okay, it doesn't matter how good looking you are, but if you're smart and you still don't know what you're doing in your life, that just kind of doesn't work, right? How can you be smart in life and still don't have concrete based life, that your foundation of your life? If you're still bouncing back and forth and you don't know, like, if you don't know what you're doing in your life, you can't be smart, obviously. No, that's not how it works in life. So okay, let's see what else you got here. Da, 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 da. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I woke up late today. Yeah, but I made it. Anyway, okay. It is very okay to have a good life, but be responsible about the uh, expenditures. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this word. And work together, increasing the income. I will not go for a lady that doesn't contribute to the budget of the relationship. Completely agree. I completely agree. Yes, she has to. Like, for example, okay, my grandma, and it's like back in the day. I mean, my grandma's was 85 years old. So all the females, all women in my family worked and worked hard. Okay, and everybody contributed. But the way it worked in my grandparents' relationship, which I told you that my grandparents, they're my role models. My grandfather, who was not my biological grandpa, but he raised me, and he's the only grandpa I know, and I will always know him as my grandpa. I don't have any other grandpas. Biological one, he's dead. Fuck him, I don't care. Anyway, but okay, and then I always looked. My grandpa was making a little bit more money. Well, he was ranked a lot higher. He was the director of the stadium. So he was making more money than my grandma, same education, uh, and she worked. She worked full time as well. They traveled together. They actually worked together. That's how they met. But she contributed. But he said, you know what? Because the budget, it doesn't matter. He gave her the money, every single paycheck. There you go. You deal with it. Back in the day, they didn't even have banks. So anyway, so he would give her all the money, but he trusted her because he knew she wasn't on top of the budget. She took care of the household. Period. Cooking, cleaning, that, and then laundry. All this came. It comes natural in my family anyway. This is what, how when Western women's like, I cook or I clean. Well, what the hell, man? This is what you should do anyway. If you live alone, who does that for you? And then what do you think, that you come into a man's life and all of a sudden this is, oh well, I cook and I clean. Hello, okay. Well, didn't you cook and clean for yourself? So why do you come into the relationship thinking it's a flex? Again, it's an asset, just like the money. Okay, when people talk about marriages, like, well, women is like, oh, I'm the table, and what do you bring to the table, blah blah blah. Whatever happened to getting married and falling in love with the person, with the character, and not looking, oh well, how much money he's got, or like what kind of a like tight body she has. It's like, does she have big boobs, does she have a fat ass? It's like, whatever happened to falling in love with the person? I just don't understand what happened, because it's like the women here, they have these high standards, 6 feet tall, six figure, six pack, 6 inches, like, while she's looking like a, I don't know, like Quasimodo, you know. And then flexing that, well, she cooks and she cleans, like, this should come natural to you. If you like, when you live alone, or like you live with your kids, who does these things for you? So when you come into the relationship, it should not be a flex. It's an asset as well. It's an asset, yeah, but it's not a flex. Because if you go to Ukraine, every woman cleans, cooks, does laundry. We do it all, okay? this is the lifestyle that we have, and we eat healthy on top of everything, and we look after ourselves. You go to Ukraine, you don't see so many obese people. Like, I came here, I was pretty friggin' shocked. I was like, what? Where am I? Am I in a different dimension? Like, what's happening? But anyway, okay, it's okay. Did I read this? Oh yes, I did. Anyway, sorry. Let's see, guys. Hi, N. Oh, N, are you here to troll me? I'm just joking. Okay, well said, Zhenya. With a big age gap, the odds are more than she's a gold digger. Exactly, Santos. I mean, seriously, come on, you guys, come on. Like, if she's young and she's good looking, and you're like 40 years older than her, first of all, it makes you a creep. You know, if you're that much older, that's borderline creepy. I know sometimes, no, but you know what? I've seen couples where like there's a huge gap, and literally, I cannot see myself rolling around with someone who's 40 years older than me, all wrinkly and stuff, and hair growing in places where it shouldn't be growing and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, when I'm that age, I'm okay with my man. You should age gracefully together. I understand like 10 years difference, that's fine. 10 years is actually, I don't know, kind of normal to me. But I just, when I see, these couples, and then she looks like a Barbie doll and he's just walking behind her like a puppy on a leash, and it's like, why are you degrading yourself to this? Like, what the men that have no self confidence, it, it's not attractive to real women. Real women will not look at you once if you're just simping over them. Like, to me, if I meet them, like, if let's say I was single, and if I met somebody who's just doing everything I want, I will have no respect for him. Period. And when women in the West, that's mostly the kind of guys they want. They want somebody simping over them, doing whatever the heck they want them to do, and all this kind of stuff. No, because I want a real man that can put me in my place when I go out of lines, which I know I do sometimes. Okay, and it's the truth. So I need him to ground me. I ground him in so many ways. He grounds me because I know sometimes I have a temper sometimes. Okay, even though I got it really kind of under control, but I know sometimes I have my moments, and I appreciate him to be like, hey, you know what? You need to chill, take a chill pill, okay, or whatever it is that's happening. He is my rock, okay. And it's not just for better or for worse. It's not just for better. It's also for worse. So, men and women, the most important task in your life is to find the right partner for life. Because after that comes family, children, great grandchildren, hopefully great grandchildren. I don't know how old you are, but the point is that the right person, you can have nothing. You can have very minimum. Meet the right person, meet the right wife. She will be by your side. She will support you. She will help you, and you having a bad day. You come home from work, you're stressed out. She's gonna be there to hold you, to listen to you. Like, I know that in the West, a lot of men, they don't have this feminine woman by their side, because I know sometimes. I mean, men's lives are so much harder than women's, if you think about it, other than like really messed up stuff, when people getting trafficked and stuff like that. But yeah, but on average, I'm talking about in the West, right? It's easier. Women have all sorts of government help and all this and that. The man, if he doesn't have a job, and he's homeless if he doesn't have a job. A woman can go. I know in Canada they can go and get a housing, blah blah blah. Women always help, but men, like, nobody asks them how they're doing, how their days went, why you stressed, they just keep it to themselves because they're supposed to be the strong, gender and stuff. But men are also fragile and deep inside. And I see that the men, like, they need a feminine woman that can be his peace. Well, you think men don't cry? Men do freaking cry too. And sometimes it's actually good to cry, to just let the emotions out. And I know that for a fact. And why can't a woman be his man's peace, like to be his harmony, balance things out in his life. This is what the true partnership is all about. Is me personally, I I love to see my man happy, so I do everything that I can do in my power to make him happy, because that's all I live for. Because yes, I do love my family, but everyone else is now on the second, third, whatever. He is number one for me, and that's bottom line, because now him and I are family. Okay, so and that's what I want. I just want to make him happy. Okay, one second. Alice's band. Who are you? Okay, one sec. Let me just see what else is here. Was okay, Saga highlighted in her point. Look for someone that is intellectual and financially equal, with to easy avoid gold digger. Yes, exactly. Yes, intellectual to me also. If if I can't have a decent conversation with a man, there's no way I'm gonna date him. That's just no, no, and no to me. Looks important, but that's not even in the top five, I think. Yes, of course, I want a man who takes care of himself, but beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Just perfection is the eyes of the beholder as well. To some people, I could be perfect. Like to my man, I'm perfect. To others, I'm the opposite. I could be the nightmare. It also depends on everyone, right? Okay. Okay. I disagree. Oh, I disagree with Eugenia on Eugenia marriage. Couple, couple should lover equal team. What? What? I just don't understand what equal team players as well as a great friend. And also my parents' tips for being successful marriage. You disagree? I don't understand what equal team player as well. And I just said that myself. Why do you disagree? Anyway, and like, I don't know, you guys sometimes frustrate me. I'm not even gonna bother with your. Okay, nowadays for a considerable number of men and ladies, it's money for beauty. That's exactly Santos. Well, no. First of all, it's in the West. Okay, it's in the West. You go in Ukraine, you'll still see these broke couples where she's a 10, he's barely a 3, and she loves him. It's and he's broke, because back home in Ukraine, we are married for love. We get married for love, not for money, because everybody's freaking broke. Okay, everybody's broke in Ukraine, so we have no choice but to get married to someone who we love. Because money is out of the question there. So that's how we are raised. We don't even look at the money. Yes, I said yes. Of course, it's a big asset if the person has a lot of money. If your husband, let's say, there's a million, of course, an asset. Yes, she doesn't have to worry about what the kid is gonna eat next day. Yes, of course. But at the same time, dating someone who's really rich and you are not in the same level, he's not gonna treat you the same. Also, so I personally, I wouldn't. I've had rich guys wanted to date me, and I didn't want that because I knew they had some high expectations of me, which I was not. I wasn't ready. I wasn't gonna do it. Period. So I'm like, okay, keep your freaking money. I don't need it. Okay, me, I wanted to be in love. Okay, to be with someone, not for their money, because money come and go. But anyway, okay. Let's see what time is it. Oh, it's always okay. Alice's band. Can I add you to my stage? Okay, right here.
Hi,
Hi. Do you
hello.
mind putting on a shirt? Do you mind putting on like a shirt?
Yeah, sorry. Wait.
Okay. Yes, please. Thank you. Mm. Yes. Okay. I know many who want to date Eastern men. They said they want feminine. Yes. Yes. I mean, seriously. And again, Anna's gonna be like throwing me again. But in the West, I see all these women. They're very masculine, and not physically. No, but
Sorry,
anyway,
Ali.
okay, thank you so much. No, it's okay.
Sorry. No
No, it's
problem.
just a shirt. That's all. I don't care about your hair. It's just actually looks good. So, what's your name? Alice's band? I
No,
know
no, no. That's a nickname.
that's a nickname.
Yeah, my name is John Juan.
Oh, Juan?
Yeah, Juan.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
habla
It's
español?
really what?
Habla español?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I
Yeah, yeah.
speak Spanish.
I understand like a few words here and there. I used to have Cuban friends.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell me about you. Where are you from?
Uh, I live in near Mexico in a little
Mhm.
country called El Salvador.
Oh, okay, Salvador. My neighbor next door, she's from El Salvador.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
She just went there right now. She was saying that it's not so hot anymore right now because
Yeah,
usually it's
right now it's kind of in the it's a tropical it's a tropical country, but right now it's the more
winter.
cold winter. Now it's winter.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah.
know she was telling me she always goes around this time. Last year she also went in August as well. So how old are you if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to tell me exact age, but like 20, 30, in the
No,
30s. Hmm?
I always a lot of people tell me that I don't look my age. I look young. But I'm 40 years old.
Oh,
So
you do look younger. I thought maybe like
yeah. A lot
32,
of
30,
all the people.
32. That's good. That's good. You
Yeah,
got good
exactly,
genes.
exactly. All the people tell me I'm 35, 30, 30, 32.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for a wife? Have you been married before?
No, I haven't. And yes, I'm looking for an Ukrainian woman.
Yeah, you
So
want a Ukrainian woman?
yeah, but in fact, I was kind of going to go to that, but that for the war and all that kind of stuff, I
Well, if yeah, I wouldn't recommend to go to Ukraine right now, but if you meet someone from Ukraine, I would suggest, I don't know, meet somewhere it's somewhere in Europe, like Poland, because Ukrainian
yeah,
women
yeah.
can leave Ukraine, that's fine. Men cannot because, they have to go to war, so it's against the law for them to leave, which is fine. But it said so many Ukrainian men here came with their wives here. It's kind of weird, but anyway. So what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh, uh, my family has land here in El Salvador, so we grew sugar cane. I don't know if you know what that's from what they make the sugar
Oh,
and honey. Yeah. It's a plant, so that's my job. I kind of supervise that. We
mhm.
make that. So let's say I'm a provider. I'm not like a millionaire at all, but
Mhm.
I have a lot. Um, a real in the USA, I think I would be like a middle class some guy kind of stuff.
Mhm. You know what? In Ukraine, most people, I want to say, that on the poor side, very little, um, like middle class is, and then upper class also very little. So everybody's kind of poor. So when, um, yeah. So Ukrainian women, we learn to live within our needs. Like I mentioned before, as long as we have the roof over our head, food, bills paid, occasional little shopping here and there, because Ukrainian women like little presents, but nothing too extravagant, like flowers, maybe a little bracelet or a chain, something from the heart, like maybe something engraved. Oh, Ukrainian women love that. Me, I don't care for personally, I don't care for jewelry. That's the only jewelry I have. These are crystals, that's it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so
So what else do you think I should be looking for?
Okay, well, here, 1 second. Let me put this on. No, that's not it. Wait, I'm gonna put this on. This one right here. Yeah. Oh, see? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, if you register there, we have a matchmaker. She's been doing this for over 25 years. So she's really good at matching people. And I just recently I talked to my boss's wife as well. I went to see him for his birthday, and they said that there's another couple just got married, as well, um, or getting married, um, and she's a lot younger than him. I can't remember how much, but over 10 years, which is fine. And the guy actually, or even more than 10 years, I think almost 20 years. And the guy actually didn't want to be matched up with her when the matchmaker showed the pictures. He's like, she's too young for me because it's like 20 years difference, right? And he was a little concerned about, it's like, no, I really don't want to. But the matchmaker, she was saying, she's like, no, no, she is the right woman for you. And she was fighting him on it, and he didn't want to. And then he finally gave in because he saw the pictures and she's good looking, and yeah, and now they're getting married. And like I said, age, it is just a number. But again, like, he doesn't look his age. He looks way younger. He looks like he's about 15 years younger than he actually is, right? So of course, if,
Yeah,
if the guy, okay, let's say a guy is 50 and she's 25, but if the guy keeps himself in good shape, he works out, that doesn't have to have like this bodybuilder body. No, first of all, Ukrainian
yeah,
women don't even like these juice monkeys. I personally don't like these men with big muscles. Yeah, gross. I don't like it. I repulses me. But so just taking care of yourself, like being just living a healthy life, eating healthy foods, because I know Ukrainian women, they don't want to have babies with someone who is very unhealthy, who doesn't take care of himself. But then again, I've seen Ukrainian women dating men that out of shape, but then they made them in shape. They pushed them into going to the gym, cooking them healthy homemade food all the time. So, you know, so that's how Ukrainian women operate, right? So we see a gem, like a diamond in the rough. We'll put in our work, that's the same thing that men do as well, because sometimes men find a woman, she doesn't have the education and stuff, but he's helping her out, pushing her into getting education and stuff, because once you guys together, then it's a union, right? And and yeah, so yeah, but then the gold diggers everywhere, so it's anyway.
yeah.
Okay. Let me just see what people are saying here. Okay, 1 second. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, okay. How many years are too many? Well, I would say like anywhere 20 and over is too many. I'm thinking like 15 is a cutoff line, I'm thinking, but never know. I know many who want to date Eastern European ladies. They say, okay. They won't. Yes, that's true. Okay. Oh, hi, Pat. Where are you, Pat? Come back. I want to talk to you. Okay, Zhenya, men that do not educate themselves about healthy relationship always fragile and have unrealistic expectations, plus like to blame others when things. Well, yeah, that's true. But anyway, so when was your last relationship?
Mm, uh, I kind of feel like it was a long time ago. My last formal relationship, I kind of have some dates, some kind of, but nothing serious really in a lot of time. So uh, I don't know why really, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but the only thing that I can tell you that I kind of feel that I have more value with the the girls that come from other countries. Kind of in my country, it's I kind of like average.
Mm-hmm.
The average look, and and in other country, I don't know. They might be maybe some family a little bit more exotic or something like that, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. So yeah, I'm hoping that I find the right
Well,
person.
I showed you like register here. Here, what is it? Oh no, that's not it. Wait, I keep okay, right here. Write this down, matchguarantee.com. Right here. Register
Okay.
I that right here.
Yeah.
Register and then yes, we have a matchmaker. Once you register, they're gonna explain everything to you how this all works. And
Okay.
try it out. You get like a month free. You can just chit chat with the ladies that you like. The like I said, the matchmaker, she's really good at what she does. Like I said, she's been doing this for over 25 years. So and she will find you. That's why it says match guarantee. You have to stick to it because we have over 2,000 females, right? 2,000 women. So you have to be patient, but you've been patient enough. You're 40 years old. You still have, it's not you're not married. Do you have any kids?
No, 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 no
Okay.
kids yet.
Okay, so we want kids, right? Well, that you've come to the right place. Okay,
Yeah.
let me add Pat here. Is a friend of mine. One
Okay.
second. Hi, Pat.
Hello.
How are you? I've been yes, even my boyfriend was asking, "How where's Pat? Has he gone?" Because my boyfriend said it. He's my number one fan, so he's always watching it. So he was very curious about you. So tell us, hopefully
Well,
all the
I just
good
got
news.
home. I got home night before last
Mhm,
at 2 in the morning,
mhm.
and it's definitely an endurance test. The flight, being
Oh,
all guy flying economy. Oh my God.
13 hours and stuff, right?
Well, it was 3 flights, right?
Hmm.
Flight to going. It was a flight to Vancouver, and then to Dublin, and then to Antalya, and
Hmm.
like this for.
Yeah. Mhm. That's what coach. That's what gets you. But again, saving money as well, because. So
Well,
tell us how long did you go there again for? Because I can't
2 weeks.
remember.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, we spent 2 weeks together. And so anybody on the fence with the match ladies, yes, they're there. They're real. She was really nice and kind, and um, definitely though, don't be afraid of the cold part because they're very cold to start with.
Mhm.
Just and when she explained it, it made sense because she's from Moscow.
Mhm.
Apparently, there, if a woman even thinks about looking at somebody and gets attacked, it's their fault. Period. So she said, you just grow up that way and learn.
No lies over there. No lies. Honestly, when I see females here mouthing off to men, this was such a shock to me because I know in Ukraine you do say the wrong thing. You want equal rights.
Yeah, exactly. You
I,
want
I
to be.
don't I don't I don't agree with it, but at the same time, we know not to talk back.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. There's if women here really wanted to be treated, if a man talked to me the way some of these women do, yeah, you get belted.
Mhm.
I know my sister.
Again, I don't agree with it, but I always say, Western women need a taste of Eastern men to
That's right.
set them straight.
Hmm.
But go on. So tell us more about what did you guys do? Like, did you guys have fun?
Yeah, oh yeah, we had fun. We didn't do a lot of exotic things. There's a few things I wanted to do, but she wasn't an early riser. She says, we're on vacation. I don't want to get up early. So,
Yeah, mm,
but it was
I'm
just
guessing.
a lot of meals and wandering around and hanging out and visiting and nothing overly exciting or earth shattering, but
Mhm.
definitely foundation building, right?
That's exactly how it is. Maybe
Learning
she
if we're comfortable.
exactly right because first of all, this was the first time you guys met, right?
Yes,
In
yes.
person. So yeah, so I understand she's probably a little scared, like nervous and stuff. Yeah, and especially coming like leaving even Russia, I'd be probably paranoid just to leave Russia and then be like, well, because they might ask where are you going, the Russian government and stuff, right? So
Well, that's right. And she's, well, she turned 40 actually just a couple weeks before I turned 50. And
Mhm.
she said she's never traveled anywhere without her mom or her grandma with her, or her
I
dad. Never
Yeah.
traveled alone, right? And
Mhm.
so she was really nervous, and that was part of the reason why Antalya was picked, is because it was a direct flight for her.
Mhm.
And yeah, I wasn't prepared for the heat. Hot.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Well, especially we're from Alberta, you know.
Exactly.
So it's like, well, imagine me. I came from Ukraine, and it's like a climate is pretty mild, you know. So like,
Yeah,
so summertime starts in about April. It's already freaking summertime, right? And then
yeah,
last summer was plus 40, like, even now till like plus 37, it was plus 34, and the winters don't go below 10. I think it was the coldest winter I've ever been there. It was minus 10, but it's also very humid.
right.
So when I came here, and I'm thinking, okay, this is not bad. And then minus 47, I'm like, what the what is this? Like, what is this? And I had like a big fur coat, and even that didn't work, you know, because back home I wore it mostly like for a fashion statement.
Yeah.
Here I really needed it. So it was
Well, I was
crazy.
glad I remembered to put my jean jacket in my backpack, my carry-on, because got down to the baggage claim, and it's got a whiff of the cool 10-degree air that was outside. It was
Yes, yes. And then if you came here, like I know last Tuesday, oh my goodness, it was freezing. I had to put the heat up, and now it's back to normal again. It's
yeah.
like, oh, yeah. She's, but again, you know, she's from Russia, so
Oh, she
she's
knows exactly
used
what our
to this.
climate.
She's used to this. Oh, if you go to Siberia, I watched the documentary on this one Siberian little town, and it's like minus 60, and the kids running around minus 60 Celsius, or minus 50 is normal, you know.
Yeah,
So kids running around eating ice cream. I'm like, what? This is why Russian people are so tough. Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's 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 true, because Russian, yes, they're tough as nails. So you guys, so what's the plan? What's next for you two?
Well, the plan is beforehand we'd gotten started on her travel visa anyway, because she wanted, after we spoke the first time, she didn't want to have to wait the full time.
Yeah, I
It
remember.
was going to be about 4.5 months was the time we first met on Zoom to this trip.
Mhm.
And so as soon as her travel visa comes, she's coming over. And
Mhm.
and we'll see how long she wants to stay here before we start talking about wedding plans.
And you said you live near Edmonton, right?
Yeah, I'm about an hour and a half northeast of
And
it.
Joe lives in Pigeon Lake.
Yeah,
I actually went to see him for his birthday. It
yeah.
was fun. Yeah, they're crazy. They were on the way to Mexico and stopped and decided to stay in Pigeon Lake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that happen? You go from
I don't even know, but you know, I like it because they're so uh they're so happy together. You know, first of all, you know, because I've never met Anna before, right? I've seen her on video. But oh my God, you know what? The camera does not do her justice. You know,
yeah,
she looks so much better in like in person.
yeah,
I'm thinking, lady, you need to fix your camera, okay? Because I thought I was tiny, but she's so petite, like her body, like she has literally no fat. Okay, I was thinking because she was wearing like like a very nice outfit, so a part of her belly, like stomach, was showing. Zero fat. Like
yeah,
she's so cute. She's so tiny and little, because you know, like in pictures, people look a certain way, but then when you see them, you know, and I'm like,
yeah.
what? Like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so they're very nice. So yeah. So I mean, three, like, well, six of us Natalia, right? Her name.
So that's Svetlana.
What? Svetlana. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
that's okay.
when she comes, I mean, we can make it happen. Like six of us can go out together, you know,
Oh yeah,
because she's not gonna know anyone. But this way, because it's not. I mean, it's only like 3 hours, but I haven't
yeah.
been to
How would it
Edmonton in a
be?
while, so we could all meet when she comes. You know, it's
Oh yeah,
not that far. We live in
that
the
would be a
same
good thing.
country.
Because
Yeah.
I am going to work to find her, try to find a group for her if she really wants to listen to her language. I've already found a local group.
Oh, in Edmonton, you know.
Lesson.
Mhm.
She speaks pretty good, actually. I think she spoke more English in the last 2 weeks than she probably has in her entire life. but we weren't having really any trouble communicating. I don't think I'd want to mark down any engineering numbers as far as concepts, but
Yeah.
but
Well, love
had a-
language. It's good. I mean, when I first came here, I didn't speak any English either. But once you're in this environment, especially if she speaks already a little bit, it'll come. It'll come
it's
to her.
just the complexity is the issue. So that's
Mhm.
what I say is I wouldn't want to talk engineering,
Yeah,
but
you don't need to talk
or
engineering there.
we were, and like I said to her, you just have to be patient with each other, because I said to her, I says, I'm sure there's a lot of things you're trying to tell me that it's just going whoo,
Yeah.
because she's just not thinking of the right English words, and I know I had to think about it, a lot of different things to explain it differently, because you could just see your eyes glaze over. It's just like too much translating going on.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was great. It was when you're looking for the long game, right?
Yeah. Well, that's why men are here, because you guys want a serious relationship, tired of being manhandled by the Western women, and that's why you're here. That I think everybody, and even people that say they don't want this, but everybody wants to find this one companion that want to spend the rest of their life with and make each other
Yeah.
happy. Because in the end, and even people that say all I want is money, all I want is money. You might want money right now, but in the end, you're gonna have all this money and just die alone and not have anyone to love you and take care of
Yeah.
you and show you love. All these people that always chasing money, it's, I find it, the people that always chase money, that they're never happy, because
No,
it's never enough. So
that's
once you
right.
find that one person that loves you for you and not what you have, and not for your connections, not for your money, just for who you really are, and that's all you need. Because after that, like I always say, happiness is a choice as well, and you can't make somebody happy when they're not happy with themselves.
Well, that's just it, and you can feel that there was empathy right from both ways, back and forth. Like, I didn't tell her about the bad news in my situation until near the end of her visit, just because I
Mhm.
wanted a good foundation. But I says
Yeah.
there is in the room, and I had to explain that a little bit. But I says I have to tell you something, and if sometimes I'm a bit squirrely, and I explain that a little bit, but
Mhm.
still. And she says, "Oh, that's just terrible, of course." And then she said, "Unfortunately, I know a few people that have taken a plunge off a building myself, so it's not pleasant at all." And
Mhm.
so and you can see how there's legitimately uh, caring right off the bat. The first thing we did, she says, "I don't like it that you just have jeans. We got to go get you some shorts. You're dying."
See,
That's
she
like,
already cares about.
yeah. She said, I don't like. I can tell you're just gonna die like this. Let's go find you some shorts." Okay, fine. And I said, "You've really done something. You got me to go shopping, and I'm not minding it, because I
See?
hate shopping."
See, but when you find that someone, because obviously she cared about your comfort, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
she wanted you to be comfortable so you can enjoy your day, not like, again, I'm gonna say Western women, and then I know Anne is gonna be like, "Yeah, stop bashing Western women." I'm not. I'm just pointing out the truth.
Yeah.
Because the
Well,
Western woman be like, "Oh, let's go shopping, but let's go shopping and buy me something,"
yeah.
and who cares? But
Well,
that's
we did
that.
buy a couple things for her too that she legitimately needed, but it
Mhm.
first she pointed out some stuff she wanted to find for me, and so it was, I guess she was buttered
Mhm.
up because she needed a suitcase, and I don't know if she forgot her swimsuit. So, but
Mhm.
it wasn't feeling at all like she was just trying to bleed me or anything. It was
She
just,
probably didn't. She probably didn't have a swimming suit anymore, because
well, she
who
did, but
really
that was part of the joke, because she said, "I've got four or five of them laying out on my bed waiting to go into the suitcase." And
needs.
her mom texted her and says, "Guess what you forgot?" She says, "No, I've got them with me." She says, "No, you don't. Here's the
Uh,
picture laying on your bed."
oh my God. Oh my God. You know
It's
what?
like, yeah,
That's happened to me before. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Yes.
she had them all laid out, ready to go in her suitcase.
Yeah.
Guess where
Been
they still
there.
were.
Been
And then
there.
she
And
was
then I'm
already,
like,
Yeah, her mom was arguing with her. No, they're here. And she had texted her a picture of them spread out on her bed because she was obviously looking at the one she thought she wanted to
She
bring.
wanted and then totally skipped her mind. Yes. But the good thing is that Turkey is super cheap. Super cheap
Well,
because,
yes and no. Yes and no.
well,
Stuff
the
is
clothes, I know clothes is cheap. Because I
okay.
know a lot of Ukrainians, they actually go buy stuff from Turkey and
Okay.
bring it to Ukraine and sell it for profit.
Okay.
My dad used to do it before,
Okay.
back in the day when I was little. So,
I got hustled a bit. I didn't have the exchange rate right in my head, and I thought I was spending
uh,
$500 on something, and my credit card stopped working because it was $1,700. And I was just like,
oh my God. Yeah, you have to, that's one thing you have to do some research. I've never been to Turkey. My brother has been there. And then if you don't know, anywhere you go, Georgia, well, not Georgia, Greece. I know in Greece also you get ripped off. If you don't know where you're going,
no,
they will rip you off. They'll offer you something for free, thinking you're thinking, oh, it's free, and then next thing you know, oh, you owe me money, and they call the police on you and stuff like this. You better be very careful where, well, obviously neither of you guys been there before, right?
no, I'm kind of, I've never really traveled that much, so I'm kind of naive anyway, and I got succumbed by a good salesman, and I admit it. It's just my own screw up, but yeah, I got better at it under figuring out the exchange, kind of knowing because they talk to you in euros and they talk to you in lire, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's not neither of them are the same as the Canadian dollar, so it's
No. American dollars is a lot more expensive than the Canadian dollar, honestly.
yeah, and then
It,
yeah,
it,
they knew euros and lire was what they were used to, and well,
mhm.
there's 25 Canadian dollars to a lire, and no, that's not it. $1.50 to a lire, or a euro, and 25 to a lire, and it's just like,
Yeah.
but
So,
a raw, right? Learning experience, but
well, exactly. You live, you learn. I hopefully they didn't rip you off too much, but yeah, you have to be careful, especially those countries. I want to say it's the same thing with. Well, I know in Russia, if you don't know, if you don't have the guide. Well, first of all, you can't even go to Russia nowadays. But I
no,
know back in the day in Ukraine too. If they smell that you are just, this is your first time, you've never been, they will take you. You get a cab, they will take you around. $150. It's like what, or 200
yeah,
bucks. So you have to do a little research before you go traveling. That's why I'm a little paranoid because I mean I've traveled in like Eastern Europe when I was in Ukraine. I played basketball, so we traveled a lot. And but other than that, like I've been to US a little bit here and there, but yeah, I'm still, I don't know. So you said she wants to come, and you're working on the visa,
yeah,
okay? And
visas in the work.
what do you guys think? Like, how long do you think she's gonna stay here? Like 6 months, or like just it? You don't have
It
a set date. You just,
well, it's however long the visa's good for to start,
I think it's
and
about
I
six
don't.
months.
Well, it takes 6 months. Well, it takes 6 months to get the visa, but I'm
Hmm.
not can't remember how far into it because some of it was started already.
Hmm.
Um, I think she said that it start. Yeah, there's different time lengths you can get because she's been bugging the agency there. She's using about time frames that it would be good for, and he said he just issued one to somebody for 3.5 years for Canada. So it's like just sit tight and wait and see what they come back with. And then I don't know how long she'll want to stay here before we start the permanent residency process. Obviously, she's going to have to want to stay here, period. So it
Hmm.
depends on what she thinks when she gets here. But
Hmm.
she's very much. I think she's made up her mind. It's time to go. And right now, like she'd come tomorrow if she could.
Hmm. Well,
And
yeah. Plus, get out of Russia. I can't imagine that being nice there right now.
well, and I even offer because I know it's important to ladies from that part of the world that you meet their family. And I says, well, I'll get over my fears of
Mhm.
Russia and apply for a visa. She says, don't. She says, you're the right age. They'll throw you on the truck, whether you're a Canadian or a Russian. They don't care. She said
Mhm.
she wasted herself a Korean man that was speaking perfect English. And she could see the color of his passport trying to show the guard that he's not even a Russian, and on the truck he went. He was in the army. So is all you see anywhere are women, because they're not bothering the women yet. But that's definitely a commodity, no matter where you're from. Her dad's lucky because he's about 70, so they've been leaving him alone. But they sure as hell have been trying to get him to come back to work because of his engineering training with salary.
70 years old, huh? Yeah. No.
But he's telling him to go to hell because he says, I'm retired. I'm too old for this crap.
No, I mean, yeah, at 70 years old, who wants to work? I do know some people that workaholics, they just need to work. But I mean, if I'm 70, I don't want to work.
No, well, and it's like she said, you know, we're just trying to deal with it as best we can. He says, you hinted at the fact that we all know it's all crap, but what could we do except try to get by the best they can, right? And she was lucky that her dad always had a decent job as an engineer, but you know, a lot of people weren't that fortunate, right?
Yeah. I bet you anything, when he was growing up in USSR, where education was free. My mom and my dad both engineers as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of engineers come from Russia and Ukraine.
Well, and Svetlana is an engineer. I don't know if she's an engineer, but her degrees are in the oil field. And
if you bring her here, she's going to be the sugar mama.
Well, that's what I told her. I says, I can find you work in the oil field. She says, no, you're not. No, I says, well, you want a plan B? I says, you just need to put that oil field training to work in Alberta, and they'll be begging you to come here. And I haven't quite got her head wrapped around that, because she had a real bad experience working in her field in Russia. There were, you know, you'd have to take your reports with you to the bathroom, because otherwise somebody would destroy them for you. And, you know, people would spit in your coffee, and just ignorant. So she didn't last long in her field. She went and worked. Her grandma told her, she said, come move in with me so you don't have to worry about your rent and find something less stressful. That's why she works at an art gallery.
Wow. Holy crap. I had no, okay. But I guess, I don't know, people just bitter. I guess when you live in that country being controlled by the government, you know, people are just borderline insane.
Everybody's trying to stab everybody in the back. She says she just couldn't take it. And I says, yeah, no kidding. I says, I recently took a lower paying job to try to cut some stress out of my life myself. So I can't understand.
No, man, you know, no job, no money in the world is worth stress, constant stress and disappointment and just BS. Because what people don't understand, mental health, it impacts your physical health. 100%.
Oh, huge, right?
And people don't know. They think, oh, well, I'm eating healthy, I'm getting somewhat sleep, I work out. But if you're not good here, if you're stressed all the time, it reacts with your body. Okay?
Huge.
And people don't know that. They're like, well, you know what? I got a good paying job, but I have to stress out every freaking day. No money in the world is worth that to me. Or if my man was stressed out at work all the time, I'd be like, you know what, honey, find another job. Because I want peace when he comes home. I will listen to, you know, if he's got some hard times at work or something went wrong, of course I'll listen to him. But if it would be a constant battle for him to go to work and deal with this nonsense, I'd be like, no, honey, let's change the job, because it's not worth it, you know. So
well, and I can feel, and that's the thing is, you know, when you're meeting somebody so quickly like you do, this the way we're doing it here, you tune in and turn on your instincts real quick, right? And you know, I can feel it that she would be very much in tune to putting her knee on my throat in a good way, you know. So, you know, like you say, look, you need to find something different to do. We need to do something more here, like on the farm, because she knows about my farm and what I'd like to do.
Exactly. And you said she's excited about it.
Very excited about that, because they used to visit a cottage. They had a small a house in a village that they used as a cottage.
It's called dacha.
That's what it is. Dacha.
Yes, dacha. Yes, most people that live in the city, they have a dacha. It's like a little wooden cottage, or just a little tiny cottage. Usually, it's just one big room. That's it, right?
Okay. She kept calling it.
nothing fancy. And then people actually every summer they go there on the weekends. They water the plants. They harvest this, that, they plant every, unless you have a house with a garden. Most people that live in apartments, they all have somewhere in the village, they have this little piece of land where they grow their own stuff. So that's I know she's
That's what they call it.
excited about your farm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hey, how many cats you got? This is the second one, right?
Two.
Yeah, okay, because the other one was gray. I'm like, wait a minute.
They've been missing me. I've been away for a couple weeks.
I bet they're like, oh, daddy's home. I get some love.
One of my dogs was zooming around the yard when I picked him up. He just started running. I was just like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Gotta get the other two probably tomorrow. So
well, the good
Dutchie, that's exactly what you call it. And I thought that was the town. I didn't realize that was just the word for the cottage.
No, it's Dacha. It's like a little it's some don't even have like an actual like cottage. It's just a piece of land. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they had a house. They had a small house there. It wasn't very big. You enjoyed going to it to get out of the city.
It's usually, like I said, it's a building with one room. That's it. It's like a big shed. They will put like a table, little stove, and then the bed. That's it. That's all it has there. So just in case if they go over the weekend, so they can go to sleep and then wake up early in the morning and start digging and stuff like this, And so Ukrainian women love this. Like I've been doing this. Back home, my grandma has a garden. My great grandma had even a bigger one. So ever since I was 5 years old, we always like summertime, 5-6 o'clock in the morning, my great grandma would wake me up. Let's go. And till like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're just digging, we're watering, we're planting, we're harvesting the whole entire time. That was we used to do. And then after that, it would be preserving, making jams, making compotes, making sauerkraut. My grandpa used to make sauerkraut, like pickles and all this kind of stuff, right? So like wintertime, we had a stash of, vegetables and all this stuff. So and then the only thing that we really needed to buy was meat and bread, stuff like that. Everything else was made from scratch. My great grandma used to make pasta and bread as well. Also, but great grandma, she didn't work anymore, so that was what she used to do, right? But, but we would just buy the very essentials, right? And the rest we would grow ourselves, our own. So
she kept saying, she said, I've grown up following instructions, making stuff, so don't expect fancy food. I says it's okay, whatever you make.
You know what? At the same time, well, I think she's just shy.
Shy about it and downplaying it to make sure.
Yes, she is definitely just in case, because I know I'm a very good cook. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm still, because I personally don't cook with the recipe, so I always make something just out of my head, right? Especially if I go to farmer's market, then I just get inspired. I see this, I'm gonna make this, and then this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always kind of paranoid that my man might not like it. So I'm like, I don't know if this is like and it's always out of I hit the ball out of the park. So
my instinct to that too is that she's underselling what she could probably do, and maybe it's just like you say, she's shy about it.
It's at the same time, that depends on how you grow up. If you grow up and not being very appreciated, and people always putting you down as well, and also at the same time, we like to downplay or underplay it just in case, because for me, I always I'm always positive. I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. So I'm hoping for the best, but I prepare myself for the worst. So no matter what happens, I'm prepared for it. I'd rather be prepared for the worst than for the best, because if the best happens, it's like, yes, but if the worst comes, worst happens, it's like, well, I knew this could be, this could be the case. But anyway, okay, I see I'm going over the board.
You're going
And
over, so you probably want to get something
yes,
else.
yes, and I even like Anna was telling me, Zhenya, I like it that like you enjoyed uh, the podcast, but you need to cut it out a little bit. It's a little too long. One time I went 2.5 hours and I didn't even notice. My boyfriend was sitting outside in the car waiting for me. Poor thing, because he didn't want to bother me. So, but I have to do. I have to go do my stuff anyway. That's long weekend. What do you have plans for the long weekend?
I gotta do some farming. I gotta go work the field a little bit, and I've got to cut some grass.
Well, do it while the weather is still good.
Well,
Because
that's just it.
Last Tuesday was so cold. It was like +7 degrees outside. I'm like, oh
I,
my gosh.
yeah.
Like, yeah. But anyway, all right.
Okay, you
It
take
was really
care.
nice to see you again. And yeah, come back next Saturday if you have some time.
You bet.
And yeah, tell Svetlana that we're waiting here for her. So once she gets here, she's gonna have some friends here. Me and Anna. Anna literally lives in between us.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We're both
they
about the
live
same
in
distance from them.
Pigeon Lake.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's very
we're both
convenient.
loosely the same distance. I'm as far
Yeah.
north as you are south from them.
And they have a huge house. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind having us over. Okay, well, I'm
All
gonna
right,
play
take
the
care.
last. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. Yes, and now my boyfriend's gonna be so happy because he heard your story. Anyway, okay, so let me just. What happened with the videos? Always moving it. There you go. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry I didn't get back to all of your comments. Yeah, time actually flies so fast, and I wish I could stay longer, but not today. And like I said earlier, there are people that oversee the videos, so they don't want to sit here for 2.5 hours. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back next Saturday as always. Tomorrow is my fellow Ukrainian lady Irina, so join her tomorrow at the same time. Not sure what her topic is, but I'll be there, so I'll be chatting as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and let me play the video.
This channel is designed to help you with this colossal decision that you are entertaining, looking at, which is, hey, I know you're done with dating in the West. Let's not even go there. Old story. But the question you're asking yourself is, are pastures possibly greener elsewhere on this beautiful planet of ours? Yes, the answer is yes. How do I know? I was in your very shoes, just a number of years ago. Now I'm happily married to my soulmate, my best friend, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, and life couldn't be better. But you gotta play your cards right, as anything in life. There's a few paths to success, and the rest of them are paths to failure. So to join for 30 days and do unlimited video dating for free, all you do is fill out the form in the description below this video, and Bob's your uncle. You can date them, traditional women, for 30 days on video right here, completely free, no obligation, no credit card, no nothing. The other thing that you really want to check out is, if you're wondering, how do women rate you? First, Western women. What's your SMV, your sexual market value score? Your score from 1 to 10. How do Slavic women, traditional women, rate you? Is it any different? Here's a tip. Most guys get between a 1 to 3 point bump in their score from Western to Slavic. Why? Because they're traditional values. Now, the caveat here is if you're a serious guy, right? You're looking for love and marriage. If you're looking at playing the field, well, no, your SMV will go down. Then you can calculate your probability of marriage with a Slavic woman. And finally, you can calculate your maximum realistic, keyword, realistic age gap with a Slavic woman. All of those are on my calculator, yoursmv.com. Thanks very much. Please subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and share the love.
Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here again. I'm so sorry, you guys, I did not answer all your questions. I only have an hour, even though as much as I would love to stay here for longer than an hour and answer all your questions. Other people have lives too, so they I have to leave. So, but anyway, you guys, join matchguarantee.com, register. It's free find out. Like I said, we have Matchmaker. She's been doing this for over 25 years. She's really good at what she does. She will find you the woman of your dreams, and just honestly, just hang in there, because everybody has their match. You just have to be patient. Don't settle down for someone who will not love you for who you are, who will not support you, who will just bring you chaos in your life. Don't. You're better than that, kings. Okay, you're better than that, and there's a beautiful woman out there in Ukraine waiting for you. Okay, so please join us, try it out. I promise you won't regret it. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I can't even talk. Anyway, thank you so much. I love you all. Please come back next Saturday and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.